He's been racing so well, this horse. I know he's been beaten at his last few starts, but he's a very lightly raced horse. He's still learning the caper, getting a bit stronger with this type of tougher racing. And tonight drove him tough, but it was a controlled tempo in the breeze, and the horse really responded well for you when he was challenged.
Yeah, I really love the horse. I've driven him a couple of times before, and he's just such a cool dude, and he's ran really, really good races tonight. And and tonight he was sort of up the front, and it was only over a mile, and he did it really well.
I was just getting rid of the wasp for us there, and hopefully he's fallen in the drain and we won't see him again. But as you mentioned, he's been going well, and you've had a good record on the horse. He's a lovely little compact horse, isn't he?
No, he is. He's a gorgeous-looking horse, and so cool to drive. I love him.
He seemed a lot more switched on tonight and certainly ran away from him well.
Yeah, he was quite better at following the other horse, but as soon as I turned for home and hit the front, he sort of did the same thing again. He snaked it up the straight. He was going in and going out and everything to sort of go to the line. But, once we sort of straighten him out, he should be a Metropolitan sort of horse.
Yeah, he seems to have a good cruising speed. You can sort of see he doesn't mind sitting on a bit of speed, and probably just it's a concentration matter, I think, with him at the moment.
Oh, it is for sure, yeah. Like I say, following Little Peanut, he was absolutely, he was travelling fantastic, but got, up alongside him and it was a different story. He just turns into Jekyll and Hyde.
She's always been a filly and a mare that's always shown to have very good ability, and she certainly ran that absolute slashing race behind Tell Me Tales and the Vic Bred Platinum, and it was all downhill there for a while. She just lost all her zest, and just things weren't quite right for her, but a nice big spell, whatever the problem was. She seems like she's come back pretty well.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. It was probably a bit of my own doing. I drove her pretty hard in that final against Tell Me Tales, and we nearly pulled it off. And then after that, I think it took its toll, that run for that prep, and she wasn't quite the same horse for the rest of the prep. But Paul and Kari, they do a great job with their team, and their team's going really well at the moment, and this filly's no exception.
She's beautifully bred out of the former top race mare Gilt Bromac, and raced by the Ward family, and of course David Ward, who sadly passed away a few years ago, and it's nice to have his wife Carolyn and their family, Laurie and Wade, all actively involved in following this mare. And look, she's been a good mare, and hopefully she can go on now and hopefully do a reasonably good job heading towards the Metro grades.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. As you said, the Wards, they're lovely people. They don't give me any trouble as a driver. They just let me do my own thing, and it's really enjoyable to drive winners for people like that. And as you said, I think this mare's got a pretty good future ahead of her.
Well done to you, Kima. Nice to see this horse winning. Still a little bit on the nervy side, and obviously still learning the trade at the moment. She's only very raw. She's only had 6 starts now, career starts. So she's still got plenty of upside to her, and got the job done nicely tonight.
Yeah, she was really, really good tonight. Did it super easy, and when you ask her to go, she just really goes.
She's lovely, well-bred, a bit of a highly strung type family. I'm not sure what she's like in her persona, but she seems still a little bit on the nervy side at the moment.
Yeah, she's really, easy and nice to drive, and gets a bit nervous, but she's super kind to drive.
Yeah. Drove well out in the lead, just relaxed nicely?
Yeah, she did. She was just... really relaxed, and then, like I said, when I asked her to go, she just really wanted to go herself and did it super easy, so she's got a really bright future ahead, I reckon.
Yeah, she's got a good size about her too.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting the job done.
Yeah, she's done really well, Rob. Asset is her gate speed. She flies out, and we sort of wanted to hold the front tonight if possible, but looked like there was going to be a bit too much pressure, so she's just as versatile, sitting behind the leader and sprinting again.
She was off the scene there for a little while, just sort of, I suppose just had a bit of a break, but she seems like she's come back really well.
Yeah, I think she had some lameness issues, and done a good job to get her back to the track and winning again.
And we know he does an amazing job with his horses, and good to see her nice having the mind on her job tonight.
Yeah, no, last week I probably kidded to her too much, and so tonight I got a bit bullish with her and charged her out the gate and drove her a bit tougher, and she had a great trip and got home, hit the line really a lot better than last week, that's for sure.
Yeah, look, as we know, she's raced against some really good horses and been very competitive against them. She's a big lump of a horse. She's got good speed. She's beautifully bred by Some Beat Somewhere out of Garden Gate Tina, so she certainly had plenty of upside to her from day one, and hopefully, she's always going to be thereabouts, isn't she, when it comes to stake money, and she might not be winning all the time, but she's certainly going to be in the money most of the time.
No, she's a really consistent mare now, and it's one of Bruce Edwards' breed, and hopefully when we're finished with this one, he might give us another one, because we've got all these nice people here that'd like to get another one. Yeah. But she's just a lovely mare that'll just she can follow speed and sort of match it with the reasonably better ones. So next 12 months she should have a bit of fun.
And it's fun, as you mentioned, even as a trainer, when you see so many smiles and so much pleasure being brought to so many people. And harness racing, I say to so many people, it's a pastime for a lot of people. When you get into racing, I mean, there's obviously the professional side, but there's also the entertainment side for people to get involved, meet new friends and enjoy the racing aspect. And when you can win a race, it's always brings some great memories when you look back and go and enjoy a few drinks in the owner's room, and it's a real experience overall.
Well, it's a win-win for everyone. The club get to benefit from seeing more people here, and the people get to enjoy this horse. And I've been associated with the Ballarat Syndicate for a fair while now, and it's just a great. It's been a pleasure to train for. Everyone's has a bit of fun. That's what it's all about.
His class prevailed at the finish.
Yeah, you're right, Rob. It was, a huge drop down in grade, and on top of that, they've put the race on for him, so I knew once I got outside the leader, I didn't have to put any pressure on, and they'd already done their fair share of work, so it was just a case of sitting there quiet and letting him go at top of straight.
Yeah, no, very good. He's at times he's had that little bit of an awkward gait in his trot, but he seemed pretty good tonight.
Yeah, he's good most of the time. He's only done it once first up this time in, and when we first got him as well, his first start or two, but all the other times in between, he's been really good. And, he was travelling good on Donato Valley's back last start in the Maori Mile, but he just wanted to get up the track a little bit at the home straight. So he would have finished a lot closer in that too, but he just run out a bit and sort of cost him finishing closer. And like you said, he was down in grade, and he's a lovely little horse and just a tiny bit below the top ones, so we can't beat those. Really appreciated it tonight.
This old fellow, not having a lot of luck in his races, but tonight from the nice draw, had to utilise it, and his class prevailed at the finish.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. No, he's done a terrific job since joining our team, probably 6 months ago. He's very rarely runs a bad race, and gets a bit cranky after the races, obviously, but he's a lovely horse to have around the stable. He's, terrific. And as you say, he hasn't had a lot of luck of late, but, he's in a tough grade of racing where you probably have to drive him to be unlucky more times than not. But tonight he had the right draw and the right race, and he could make his own luck.